A former police officer in Luzerne County pleaded guilty to corruption of minors just as his trial was about to start. David Turcos of DuPont entered that plea today. Back in 2015, Turcos was charged with child sex charges for allegedly raping 2 boys. Court papers show at the time the former police officer would beat them, threaten them with his gun, and handcuff them.
Cop violently rapes 2 little boys, pleads guilty, gets work release instead of prison. A former cop was arrested and charged with the rape of 2 children but took a plea deal which will prevent him having to spend an entire day in prison. By Jack Burns, October 12, 2017. The headline reads, Ex-DuPont police officer sentenced to prison for corruption of minor but former DuPont Borough police officer, David Turcos, 44, will likely never spend an entire day inside of a prison cell for raping 2 young boys. Judge Michael Tvow sentenced Turcos for 9 to 23 months, at Luzerne County Correctional Facility, but the former officer is immediately eligible for work release. For those unfamiliar, work release allows a prisoner to go to a job during the day and only have to sleep nights in jail. It is essentially state-funded housing. Turcos was charged in 2015 with 3 counts of involuntary deviate sexual intercourse with a child, 2 counts of indecent assault and a count of simple assault. However, he only pleaded guilty in June to 2 counts of corruption of minors. The plea deal was accepted by Tvow and the more serious felony arrest counts were withdrawn, a typical and common privilege afforded to the thin blue line, even for the vilest of offenders. Advertisement. The charges were the result of accusations from his now teenage victims. 2 victims came forward, accusing Turcos of having sexually abused them on multiple occasions when they were between ages 4 and 6. They told investigators Turcos threatened to hurt their pets and loved ones to keep them quiet. Another victim told investigators Turcos would zip-tie him to a railing while sexually assaulting him, then he would offer him gifts to stay quiet. But it wasn't the first time the former officer had been accused of criminal impropriety while wearing a badge. In 2008, while he was still a police officer, he was arrested, charged, and pleaded guilty to assault and harassment for allegedly beating his wife and stepson. And in 2009, following allegations Turcos was masturbating in front of 2 young children, he was sentenced to 6 months to a year in county prison for corruption of minors. Read more, Ron Paul, I fear our government more than North Korea. The sentencing has angered many residents who took to social media to express their outrage. B. Barone posted in the FB group crazy shit going down in Wilkes-Barre area. She wrote, there should be a protest to beg the DOD to reconsider the plea agreement that allows the DuPont police officer child rapist immediate work release and only 9 months of work release, not even prison. Barone expressed outrage at the torture the boy must have endured, who was also raped by Turcos' father. Yes, that's right. The cop and his dad were both victimizing the boy. Joseph Turcos, the former officer's father, was convicted of a misdemeanor count of corruption of minors in August 2014 after he was charged with sexually assaulting one of the same boys. Barone explained. Judge Michael Tvow handed him a 9-month work release sentence after he raped the same little boy his very own father did, who is currently serving his prison sentence. Barone, who wasn't alone in her outrage, expressed disbelief more parents and members of the community were not equally as enraged. She appeared equally miffed the justice system did not throw the book at the law enforcement officer who was supposed to have been protecting the child, not raping him. She also made reference to the viciousness of the crime. I absolutely cannot believe there are lawyers, police officers, and parents accepting this sentence. If it isn't bad enough the little boy who was under the age of 13 was raped already by the perp's father, he still wasn't free. He was left to be tortured and viciously raped by another DuPont police officer. Gagged, choked, handcuffs, zip ties. Barone called on members of her community to be more diligent in voting for their judges and district attorneys. People with a heart need to speak up for this child. The system has failed him majorly. This town is so corrupt and effed up it's beyond disgusting. Do not forget it's voting time soon, people. Get this and these judges out of here. The victims spoke out about the abuse they endured and the threats made against their lives. According to the Times leader, the teenagers, both known to Turcos, said the assaults happened between 2001 and 2008, stopping only when Turcos exited their lives. During questioning at the 2016 hearing, they explained why they waited to come forward. "I was afraid," said one of the victims, who was 14 at the time of the hearing. "Turcos was being physical and he made threats. I was being threatened," stated the second victim, then 19, adding he absolutely bought into the threats because Turcos owned a gun and he would frequently point it at us. The slap on the wrist sentences for former police officers who have engaged in criminal sexual activity has now become so commonplace it borders on the edge of being comical if it weren't so horrific. Read more: cop convicted for kicking handcuffed man in the face for calling him a stormtrooper on video. As TFTP has reported, police officers often use their badge to abuse children. Then, they are given preferential treatment, it seems, by the courts who for some reason appear to take their public service into consideration at sentencing. Turcos was a twice convicted criminal who was allowed to keep his badge. Even the Times leader cannot pinpoint exactly when the police officer resigned or was fired from the DuPont Borough Police Department.
Need a car? Don't forget to stop by carmarshal.com, where you can scout through over 100,000 new and used car vehicles. Take a look around. Get you a new affordable car. carmarshal.com.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts. 4 hours a day, and to save America. You know, but at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So, but getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal, and there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. Is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that's that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself. 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So if you can give more than that, that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not, they're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that, that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that, that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give. But there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is. And they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now. Where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran in, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran in, no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But, so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. Absolutely give way more than $1 a month. If you can, I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But, and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way, what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it, but it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So that case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know that $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.